Previously on Surviving Sliptopia.
Yeah, so that's the world tour. That's the canvas in a nutshell. I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. If, like I said, you had any questions, let me know. I know it took a long time, but I got a lot of requests for it, and I hope that you enjoyed it. It was neat. It's kind of fun to take a look at the world and then see, we have all this area where we can still build. We got this area back here, all this stuff down in that road, all this area behind the altar to Smoothstone. We got a lot of projects that we have to get done. There's still a lot of work to do. What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and this is my horse Ender. I put him in a cage. That way, it's not a cage, it's a pen. Sounds better that way. That way he won't escape. So I have to start off this episode with a bunch of different thank yous. So the first thing is, and I've thanked these guys in a couple of videos, but I wanted to do it in kind of like my main series so peeps would see it. To Tiny Turtle, that's what I said. Tiny Turtle. I can say it. Let's start again. Ready? Tiny Turtle and Little Lizard Gaming. This is kind of a tongue twister, but those guys gave me a big shout out on their channel, and there's a bunch of new subs that came over, and I really appreciate it, and I'm really excited about it, and I just wanted to say thank you very much. There's a link in the description down to their video. You guys should go check them out if you haven't. They do awesome stuff and things over there, but welcome to all the new peeps. Welcome to Sliptopia. This is my world. It is a thing that I built in my mind, and then I put it on the Minecrafts, but there's a lot going on, and I think it's really fortuitous because I didn't do the world tour thinking that people would be coming over, but I did it, so everybody that's come over has kind of got to see all the stuff and things that we have. But we have some new people to thank for donations. So Chris B, also known as Almost Not Famous, he has committed to donating $1 per episode. So he requested to be the first Sliptopian of Charlotte, North Carolina. So he's donated $2 so far. So thank you very much for that, Chris. It was really, really cool. And Andre B donated $10. There's a monument for you. Thank you very much, Andre. And then Turtle Beats, who has been watching for a long time, is a longtime fan. He has a YouTube channel, youtube.com/TurtleBeatsLP, has donated $5, so you get your 5 gold. And we have Wonton over there still, and Mitch Spoo. And Assassin Gamer has donated $4 more, so he has the largest gold altar of everyone. But and our altar to Notch is right here, so thank you, Notch. Oh, Minecraftiest of peeps, for making a awesome game that is great and full of stuff and things. So, all right. So we got some stuff and things to do today. Got some stuff and things to talk about. We're gonna start working on a couple of different projects, but today I thought what we would do is head over to Witch Haven because we have some stuff and things to talk about over there. Of course, we make it in the water. So, and if you're unfamiliar or new, Witch Haven is the witch spawner that I'm building. That is a ridiculously large project, but yeah, so what I wanted to get into kind of working on is, even though the entire area isn't slabbed out yet, and we have a lot of slabbing left to do, a ridiculous amount of slabbing left to do. I can't even believe how much slabbing there's left to do. We might as well start to get the spawner kind of in an operational state of sorts, so that while I'm working, even though the spawns won't be epic, they'll still be spawning. So why not be collecting the items now since I'm there already? You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I mean, I'm gonna have to end up AFKing there, so let's get the system up and running now, and then that way it'll be kind of working all of the time. And I think that's kind of a good plan. But what it made me need to do is do all sorts of using my brain to think about stuff and things. So I had to think about a sorting system and an item collection system. And so up there is the spawnable area, and then down here, this is where they're going to be able to fall and where they're going to die and stuff and things. So we're going to need some sort of item collection and we have hoppers, and I was like, yeah, you know what, we should probably use hoppers now. And then so I started thinking about putting some stuff down there, like, well, actually, let me go back down here now. So I started thinking about, like, over here we're gonna put an area, probably like a couple of different areas. So over in this area we'll end up putting probably where all the items are going to be stored. So, and I'm planning to only save redstone, glowstone, and one other thing. Drawing a blank now. What is the other? Gunpowder. So redstone, glowstone, and gunpowder are the three things from witches that I'm going to need. Other than that, I don't plan on really saving anything from them. I just don't foresee needing a huge amount of sticks or spider eyes. I mean, maybe I'll rethink it. I don't know. Well, I guess why not just collect it all? It just means that the project's going to be a little bit bigger. But they drop a bunch of items. They drop sticks, spider eyes, empty bottles. We could collect it all. I mean, I guess... Yeah, you guys have convinced me. Yeah, I appreciate your input. Thanks for telling me that. But that means this is a lot more work in getting the sorting system up and running. But I did some work on a sorting system, and I thought that now what we would do is head over to Testopia and take a look at kind of what the sorting system is going to look like, the basics. All right, so here we are in Testopia. We're in my test world, and you can see some of the stuff and things. You may recognize some of the stuff from the canvas. You may recognize the chicken cube and the amborium, and there's the elevator, and here's the sugar prison. But anyhoozle. So over here, I have kind of a basic setup so I could kind of explain how comparators work. So here I got a hopper, and it's got 43 gunpowder and 4 minecarts. And then I have this comparator on it, and the comparator will measure the fullness of an inventory. So, and then if we take a look at like how a comparator normally works, I can just show you real quick with some redstone and a chest. And yeah, so if you take a comparator and so let's say a chest, or we may want to use a hopper actually, and we put a hopper down here, and we stick a chest in it, see, it starts to emit redstone. This comparator understands that there's an item in this hopper, and it says, okay, emit redstone. So if I put another chest in there, it doesn't do anything. If I put some eggs in there we see, as it gets more fuller, I said, we get more redstone signal. So then a comparator also has another state, which is like a comparing state, and that's this state. So you can right click it like a repeater, and it compares two different signals. So here what I have set up is I have a signal that is three in strength. So we got our redstone torch and 3 pieces of redstone that go into this comparator. So it's 3 in strength. And then it is this comparator is powering this block, which is powering this torch. So if we were to, let's see here. See, there's it's just 1 strong right now. So we have 43 gunpowder, and if we take those out, it is now 0 strong. See, 43 gunpowder, 1. Takes them out, nones. So what I have set up here is just kind of a easier way to kind of see what's going on. So now we have no redstone signal going into this block, so this torch is on and it lights up that redstone. If we add, let's say 42, oh, it turned off. Okay, I can't remember what the magic number is. Let's go 39. All right, so it's on. So right now it's on. We have 39, 40, 41, 42. There, it shut off. So we're comparing the length of the signal to the amount of items that are inside the hopper. And then when we get to a certain amount, it starts to emit redstone, and it shuts off this torch and shuts all of that off anyway. So I hope that makes sense. It's kind of confusing even to me. But basically what we're doing here is instead of the comparator just simply measuring the amount of items in the inventory, it's measuring the amount of items in the inventory and comparing that number to the strength of this signal. So, and then we can take those two things and we can get a result. It's thinking for us. It's doing something. So that has led us over into here. So what I have here is 3 sets of hoppers that come down into chests. And these chests have This has buckets. This set has ender pearls, and this set has eggs. And I just use those because they stack to 16, so it's a little bit easier to keep track of stuff and things. But I'll try to show you what I got going on right over here. So this hopper here is the inventory that we're measuring, and it goes into this comparator. And then this comparator that's right there is comparing this 3-long signal. So it's in compare mode. And then what I have it doing is just stacking down underneath here. So right now it's unpowered, and so this torch is on, which powers this redstone, and that powers this hopper here. And this hopper being powered means that it will not transfer items anymore. So a hopper, if I just stick this in there, automatically just transfers the item into the chest. So if I power the hopper, it stops that item transfer from happening. So what I've got going on here is kind of like a pipe. It's this measuring this hopper here, and when this hopper is at this level, it says stop this. But when this hopper gets higher, so say if I was to take 1 bucket, see how it turned to 11? So it turns to 11, it turns the signal off, that allows this hopper to start to work, it starts to move items, and that means we get 1 bucket. So if we were to stick all 6 of those in there, you can see fills that chest up like so. And then we can do that with a bunch of different items. We can do that here with our ender pearls. We can do that here with our eggs. So it does take a little bit of inventory space. And this is very similar to, I worked on it a little bit. I didn't watch videos too much, but I watched a little bit. I've seen Woolly Creeper's video on item sorting, and then I checked out something that Doc had, but I don't know. I thought that this was a little bit different, a little bit more compact. I don't know if it's really more compact, but I like the way that this is set up, and especially that you can use, in this instance, the system is too wide, and over here you can actually take 2 of them and use a single signal to compare on both comparators. And then, so if we were to come up here, and then we were to just start, let's go ahead and just make sure you can see there's no items in these chests, none. So if we come up here, and we start just throwing these in here randomly, like this, then we should see that we have 6 buckets, 6 ender pearls, and 6 eggs. And so that's how it works. It's pretty cool. Like, it was a neat little project to work on. It was pretty fun thing to do. And yeah, so if you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them in the comment section down below. You can definitely leave a question or a comment, or if you have something that you can see that you think is an improvement, let me know that too. I'm totally down for improving things. Did eggs just go in there? Oh, I just threw an egg. Did I see that? No, I didn't. Must have been my imagination. Oh, they're just getting stuck or lagged or something. So it's kind of weird. The items look like they bounce up when they go. Yeah, that is odd. That is really odd. Are you guys seeing that? How they're bouncing? I honestly didn't test the items before I did this. I just assumed that it would work. Oh, they're getting caught. Yeah, it looks like they're getting caught in the edges there. So that's good testing. Maybe when I make it in the, well, I use slabs here on purpose, and the reason that I use slabs is because I need the signal to move down into here. I need the signal to be kind of adjacent to where the water is, but not have the water spill out. So we can work on that in a finished product. I think it should still be pretty decent. It doesn't need to be super fast or anything like that. But so that's the item sorting setup that we have. And there's a couple other things that we're going to talk about as well, and that is spool. So soul sand, and how it works with items. So soul sand, I thought items could pass through soul sand. Am I incorrect? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I derped that this is how this works. But the soul sand, so you actually have to have a hopper underneath it. But so I have some hoppers here, all in a line there. You can see there's a bucket in that one, and they're all attached. And I have some soul sand on top here. So if I drop that chest on it, it just disappears. Where'd the chest go? What's going on here? This is ridiculous. All my items are disappearing. So what they're actually doing is passing through the soul sand. The hopper's picking them up and is depositing them all down inside of here. And that's most likely something that we're going to do. We don't necessarily need to use water in the system. We may just use something like this. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. But I'm thinking we might do what we might do is use droppers. So what we could do is take some droppers, and because this item collection isn't really going to be sorting, this is just going to be the area where the witches fall, and then we want all their items to get sucked up into hoppers, but we need all those hoppers to kind of deposit items. So what we might end up doing, oh, I like that. It's like a tribal dropper. It's got its facial tattoo. It's just like setting up some sort of a quick clock. We could probably just do like this. And if we did a comparator here, and then we just stuck like a bucket in there, we have a little timer. Or a clock, pardon me. And so if we were to go ahead up here and stick some items in here, yay, nay, working, not working. Oh, I may have. Let's see here. Try one more time. Those hoppers were misplaced. As the items come down, they get ejected outside of the droppers here, and then we can have them fall into the water stream, and then have the item sorting go on. So I think that would be a pretty cool thing that we can do. I kind of like to plan a little bit and then just go for it. So I don't know if we'll be able to get it all built today. Let me go ahead and head back to Witch Haven, and we'll see what we can get going on this. Okay, so we're back at the canvas in the Emborium, and we're gonna make a stack of hoppers. So I'm getting, what is going on? A little bit of weird lag there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Yeah, 5. So I had luckily put some iron in to smelt last episode because I thought I'd need it. So we got our hoppers and we got our soul sand, and I grabbed some obsidian. And that's all the stuff and things that we need. Can we land it? Can we do it? We're good. So that's the stuff and things that we need to kind of get started. I'm trying to think anything else is already kind of over there at Witch Haven, and the reason that and then we're gonna continue kind of the trend at Witch Haven. Everything's kind of built out of wood, and we're trying to, as much as possible, use the materials that we get from the build in order to build from the build. So like everything down in the inside there is going to be made of stone and wood. There's not going to be a lot of like complicated, well, we'll try to get as aesthetically complicated as we can. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll still be cool. I think that it'll kind of be a neat challenge to see how kind of beautifuler we can make it down there, and still keep it so that we're not getting a ton of resources from other places. But oak wood we can make a lot of stuff out of, and we have spruce wood over there too, and we got tons of stone and tons of ores and stuff like that too from all of the slabbing, and I've been collecting all the ores while I'm doing that stuff. So it's kind of like an exciting thing that it's fairly self-sufficient. We did have to come back in order to get stuff for hoppers, but that's just because we don't have smelting set up over there yet. So one of the first things I thought we would do is I want to make this a little bit different, and I thought we would do something like that. I think this would be kind of neat to have the portal be that only that one wide. Oh, that ain't gonna work right there. Well, we could go like this. we'll make it like a weird big fat portal. I got some torches, don't I? I got another stack in there, I saw. So this will be an interesting little portal design. I hope. But yeah, if we go one of them, and then we'll have to go a bit deeper, because I want to also in this area set up a bed and kind of like a little house, not like a house, but like an underground, you know, like sleeping area and stuff and things like that. And now that we've kind of decided to keep both or all of the items, we're probably going to need to have 2 different items setups, storage setups, one over there and one over there, because there's going to be a lot. So does that look like a really like the weirdest thing ever? Maybe if we adorn it. You have been adorned. Oh, it's way better now. Perfect. It totally works. So then over in this area, if we go like one of these, do I have enough obsidian? I got plenty. Hans Christian Orr said, "Don't fail me now." Oh, it went through. Oh wells. And we definitely got to dig this out a little bit more too. That ain't gonna work, man. Alright, that's kind of cool, right? And the reason that I made it kind of fat like that is because on this side, the edge is going to stick out. So this way it's... like if I was to use, say, smooth stone on the corners here, it would look probably kind of odd because that would be a obsidian block and it kind of wouldn't match very well. So we'll dig the ceiling out a little bit as well. Alright. I like it. I think I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and I'm going to come back to you guys when I got something to show you. So I got a bit more done, and then some stuff and things occurred to me. I changed up the portal a little bit. I just added some edges, so I think that's kind of a little bit cooler. But then I also kind of started to think about getting this dropper setup done, and I dug down a couple more blocks here. And I hit a cave and I slabbed it out real quick, just a little tiny cave, not much to speak of. But then I started thinking, you know, before we get the item sorting system set up, we're probably going to want to get the dropper set up. Like, we got to make sure the dropper works. Like, at the very least, just like test that I haven't derped on the distance and that it's actually going to kill mobs. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's far enough, but, you know, make sure it's going to kill them. And then, you know, yeah, so that's the stuff and things that we did down there. I hope you guys liked kind of showing off the item sorting system. I wanted to thank Wooly for the inspiration on that. Yeah, I think we're going to work on getting this thing up and running next. And hopefully then we can get some witches going, like a little bit of witches. But yeah, I've done a bunch more slabbing. All the stuff and things are kind of coming together over here at Witch Haven, and it's going to be rad when it's done. I feel like we're halfway there, which is amazing. But hopefully we'll have a lot more done. And yeah, so thanks a lot to everyone who has hung out and watched, all the new subscribers. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Feel free to share and favorite it as you see fit, as you see fit. Don't spam it on Reddit. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.